No one can tell your story better than you. Hi guys, it's marianakebaso, and in today's video we're going to be talking all about scholarships. So it is no secret that college in the United States is very expensive. According to Forbes, the average cost for a private university is $46,411 USD dollars. That is a lot of money. And this is all just counting tuition and fees. We're not even factoring in room and board, the ridiculous price of books. And if you're anything like me and you're not athletic, you're not an inventor, you're not a scientist in high school, you don't have thousands of dollars laying around to pay for college, you don't want to take out loans, and you are a decent writer, or you're able to tell stories really well, or you're able to express emotion really well in writing, then scholarships is the way to go. Disclaimer before we get into this video is that you don't have to be a minority or a super amazing writer to win scholarships. There's a scholarship for everyone, and when I mean there's a scholarship for everyone, I mean there is a scholarship for everyone. There's scholarships out there specifically for middle schoolers, high schoolers, college students, graduate students. There's literally a scholarship for every single, like any sort of division that we have in America, there's a scholarship for that divided class, okay? And almost $3 billion of scholarship money went unclaimed in the 2018 to 2019 academic year, according to Forbes. That is $3 billion of scholarship money that we could have used to pay for our education. Even you might not win anything for your first 100 scholarships you applied to, first 200 scholarships you applied to, or even the first 500 scholarships you applied to. But I promise you that when you win that one scholarship that can literally pay for your whole entire college career, or you win a bunch of small scholarships that are able to pay off 1 or 2 years of your college, you will be so grateful, okay? So finding scholarship is the easy part. Scholarships are everywhere, and they're not hidden. They're not a secret or anything. Contrary to popular belief, they are not a secret. The most primary search engine for scholarships is Google. If you're looking for scholarships, literally just type into Google scholarships for blank blank blank, scholarships for middle schoolers, scholarships for Black students, scholarships for women, scholarships for blah blah blah, and you will find people and websites who have made lists. Now, not every scholarship site is going to have every single scholarship, because it would literally be impossible for them to have it, because scholarships are added daily, and there's some scholarships that are super local and underground that is hard for bigger scholarship search engines to find. But if you're looking on Google, you'll find those, which is why I recommend not just using one scholarship website when you're applying for scholarships. Like, don't just use one, use all of them, or try to apply to all of them, because some of them will have some, others of them will have others. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully it did. So the first scholarship website that has probably the most scholarships that I know of is scholarships.com. It's literally just scholarships.com, and that site is really organized. They have it separated. You can separate it by graduating class, you can separate it by whether you're in high school or college, you can separate it by your ethnicity, your race, you can separate it by your gender, you can separate it by your experiences. Like, there's literally so many filters that you can put on that site to find scholarships that you yourself can apply for. The next website is scholarships360.org. So this is a site also similar to scholarships.com. They also have filters on their site that you can use, or like little tabs that you can click on to go to scholarships meant for a specific group of people. And I actually found a ton of scholarships on Scholarships 360 that were not on scholarship.com, which is why I recommend to use a variety of different websites when you're searching for scholarship. And the next site that I use is bold.org. So this is actually an independent like organization type thing, and I had never heard of it before I started looking for scholarships, but basically they have like funders or donors who create scholarships through their site, and then people on their site who have an account with them are able to apply for them. So all you have to do to get scholarships or to apply for scholarships through their site is to create an account. With the other websites that I mentioned previously, you don't have to create an account, but with this website you do. and they have a bunch of scholarships. Usually these scholarships on bold.org are smaller. They're from like the 100 to like 1,000. There's some that are 2,000, 3,000. But like I said, little money adds up slowly but surely. You win a couple $500 scholarships and that's a semester of school paid off. Like, don't look over or not do any smaller scholarships just because they're small. So the next site is unigo.com/scholarships. So this is also like bold.org. They have a bunch of scholarships that they do themselves, and theirs are like 1,000, 2,000, 2,500. So they are a little bit on the smaller side, but again, little adds up. Do the scholarships anyway. Then we have collegescholarships.org. This is another site, and we have niche.com, and then we also have FinAid, FINAID.org. Okay, so FinAid.org/scholarships. Yeah, it tells you there's a bunch of stuff on this site. They have common scholarship scams and how to avoid them, unusual scholarships, scholarships for average students, prestigious ones, community service ones, scholarships for students affected by cancer, taxability of scholarships, scholarship scams, resources for students. They have a bunch of resources and scholarships or links to other scholarships on their site, so I really do like this site. And now we're coming to bigfuture.collegeboard.org. Even though College Board is a scam, they still provide you the opportunity to make money, or not make money, but make money for education. And they have a search engine through Big Future in which you can find scholarships for yourself. Another resource that is kind of underrated is your high school counselor. Your high school counselor, if you ask them, will provide you a list of scholarships, hopefully. I know my high school counselor, actually, they gave us a list in like 9th grade of a bunch of scholarships you could apply to in 9th grade, so you can do that as well. And organizations, foundations, local businesses will usually have smaller scholarships for like specific students in the community. Like if you volunteer or you organize support or money or food donations to go somewhere or to a business or whatever, sometimes they will have little scholarships for the students in their area to support, the youth and help them to go to college. So apply to those because you'll find local ones that are a lot smaller, definitely in money scale, but you're more likely to win a local scholarship than you are a scholarship that like tens and thousands of other students are applying to. And the last, resource on how to find scholarship is through your employers. A bunch of companies have scholarships for their employees' students or for employees of that companies themselves. McDonald's has a really big one or well-known one for people who work at McDonald's for a certain amount of time. They're eligible to earn I think it's like $3,000, or there's multiple different scholarships that McDonald's offers. And Coca-Cola has a really big scholarship for children of their employees. So maybe you don't know your parents work at Coca-Cola and you're eligible to win a really big scholarship. So there's that. So how do you get scholarships? The only way you get scholarships is by applying, and then applying some more. Anything that you are remotely qualified for, apply for it. Don't apply for scholarships that you're not qualified for because they'll just throw you out. They're not even going to read it. Don't even bother. But if there's a scholarship that you fit the criteria for, apply to it. If there's a scholarship that you fit anything for, apply to it. And not all scholarships are essay scholarships, so some of them literally take like 5 seconds to do. All you have to do is answer a single question and you submit it, and that's it. Other scholarships are longer. They require you to do essays or video presentations or make art or things like that, which they usually end up bringing home more money if you win them, just because it does take a lot more effort to write something or to perform something or to make something. So how do you win scholarships? This is the winning question. First of all, don't just apply to big well-known scholarships, because you're only applying to big well-known scholarships or scholarships that give the winner more than like $10,000. There is going to be stiff competition, and I hate to break it to you, but there are other people who are more eloquent than you. There are people who know people than you. There's people who just overall their essay or whatever speaks to the judges or the panel more, and they will win. So you have a higher chance of winning scholarships if you apply to more local scholarships. If you apply to more state, your state might also have some scholarships like only for California residents, only for New York residents, only for or I saw a lot of Michigan resident scholarships too. So really look at that because it could help you, okay? Don't just apply to big well-known ones. And in your essay scholarships, the one tip that I have for essay scholarships is to try not to ramble and really get to the point. With a lot of essay scholarships, they will ask like a single question or like maybe a question and like a follow-up question. If they are asking you that, answer that, okay? Do not go off on a tangent. They don't care about that, okay? They want to know your answer to the question. In essay scholarships, it's important to be direct, but also to present that directness in a unique way. You don't want your essay to sound like a school paper. You want to bring a lot more personality and emotion into essay scholarships because literally in essay scholarships, you have one like 5-minute chance to convince the person who is reading your essay to like make you win. So in essay scholarships, try not to ramble and get to the point, and also add more personality and more emotion into your essay than you would like a school essay or a school paper that you have to do for class. And another tip for winning scholarships is to just keep applying, okay? I don't know if there's anyone who has just applied to one scholarship and won it and never applied to anything again. It's not me, and it's not a lot of other people who apply to scholarships. You will apply to a lot of scholarships before you win a dime, okay? But I'm gonna keep applying because scholarships money is where it's at. And like I said earlier, I'm not paying for no loans, okay? So I'm not taking out loans for school, and I'm not paying for school unless I'm working like a very easy part-time job. That's it. And the next tip that I have for winning scholarships is to write about your own authentic life experiences, okay? No one can tell your story better than you, okay? I know it might sound crazy. It might sound crazy. That might be like the most crazy thing you've heard today, but you have a unique story that only you can tell. So tell it, and don't try to tell somebody else's story or write an essay that you saw someone else win a scholarship with, because one, where's your morals, babe? Where's your morals? And two, it's not, I mean, it might get you to win, but is it gonna be an authentic win? No, because you didn't write that, or it was not something that you have personally experienced. Like, really be honest and be truthful. And the last thing is to don't be discouraged and keep applying. I've probably said this like 5 times in this video, but you will apply to a lot of scholarships before you win anything, and that's okay. Just keep applying and keep up, you know, your spirits, okay? It gets better, so keep applying. Okay, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. We are on a road to 500 subscribers. I'm so excited. We hit 400 again. Thank you again for 400 subscribers. I love all of you, and I'm so excited for our growth and all the content I have planned for you guys. I have a bunch of content planned for you guys. Get excited. And yeah, bye guys.